everybody! Today we're going to talk about EMFs, okay? And we're going to talk about how they affect your health, what you can do to protect yourself, and things like that. Hope you guys enjoy my new shirt for the new company life. You can't really see it anyway, so basically it's pointless. But anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about EMFs, okay? So EMFs basically stand for electromagnetic frequencies, okay? So it's important to realize that EMFs take many shapes and forms. It's not just the emissions from things like your cell phone or your computer and things like that. You can also classify like X-rays as a source of EMF radiation, and like even radiation from like nuclear power plants and nuclear waste and things like that. Okay, so the first thing you need to realize is that it's going to be basically impossible to avoid all EMFs today. Okay, they're just everywhere, right? You know, everyone's using their cell phones, everyone's using Wi-Fi. If you live near power lines, you know, they're everywhere, right? Even fluorescent lights that I'm using right now give off a little bit of EMFs. Okay, so it's important to realize that, you know, you don't want to get too stressed about it, and just like everything in regards to health, you can only do so much to avoid everything, right? You can't avoid all sources of toxic metals. You can't avoid all chemicals all times. You can't avoid everything, okay? And so we do the best we can, but we don't want to get too stressed out about it, okay? So that's important to realize with EMFs as well, okay? And so some people have more EMF sensitivity than others, okay? It's kind of hard to predict who will have more EM sensitivity than others, but in general, those in worse health will be more susceptible to things, okay? And that's true with EMFs as well, okay? So, like I said, it's hard to predict, but, you know, it is a real thing, okay? It's important to realize that EMF sensitivity is a real thing, and there are a real occurrence that are measured, right? You can measure EMF fields, okay? You really can. You can take a device, you know, that, you know, it's real science, okay? And you can measure the amount of EMFs coming from stuff, okay? So that's important to realize. It does, sometimes people do think, oh, it's a little woo-woo. Oh, you have EMF sensitivity or EMFs, oh. But it's important to realize this is really grounded in science, and it is a real thing, and many millions on Earth are really affected by it. And even those like myself that don't personally feel the effects of it, it doesn't mean it's not really affecting us. It just means that, you know, some people are healthy enough, or for other reasons they just aren't sensitive to it, like me. But it doesn't mean that it's not affecting my health, okay? And I still try to avoid them in most situations, okay? So that's important to realize as well, okay? So number one is avoidance, okay? So we're trying to avoid EMFs. And that's one of the top solutions, okay, is avoiding EMFs. One of the best ways to do this that people don't think about is just living in a rural area. Now, living in a rural area is better for various reasons. There's less air pollution, a less stressful type of lifestyle, and all sorts of stuff. But also with EMFs, okay? When you live in the city, like for instance, if you lived in an apartment complex in a city, there's EMFs coming from all the apartment buildings all around you, okay? There's more cell phone towers, and there's just more of this type of radiation around you, okay? And so living in a rural area really helps, okay? So that's one of the best ways, just avoidance, okay? Other things you can do is, like, you know, if you have a Wi-Fi router, instead of, you know, sleeping next to the Wi-Fi, like, don't have your Wi-Fi right next to your bedroom, have it on the other side of the house. Try to use wires whenever you can. Try not to use wireless routers. Just try to wire in your computer with an Ethernet cable. Things like that, you know. Try not to use your cell phone for a long period of time. Or what you can do is actually put your cell phone on speakerphone. Do things like that. Try to sit back from your computer and use a small computer monitor. Sometimes the older types of TVs and monitors are better for EMF sensitivity. And if you're really sensitive, you'll know when things are triggering you. And so a really good, you know, like I said, number one is just avoidance, okay? And number two is just going to be a nutritional balancing program, okay? Now, the reasons for this are many. So one thing you have to realize is that EMFs are very yin in themselves, okay? What I mean that is, like, yin is basically like it's expansive and it's cold and things like that, okay? And so EMF fields are yin on their effect on the body because they tend to disrupt life and they tend to cause disharmony to the system, okay? These energies, you know, aren't really in nature, and they just don't resonate with the body right, okay? And so it has a yin effect. And so nutritional balancing always makes the body more yang and more healthy, and so that itself helps to help with EMF sensitivity, okay? Because like I said, you know, all these things are stressors. EMF fields are just a type of stressor, right? And so when you make the body healthier, it can adapt to stress more vigorously. Okay, and that's true with any stress, including EMF fields, okay? The toxic metals act like antennas somewhat, and so when you get rid of things like lead and arsenic and all the heavy metals, that also helps with EMF sensitivity, because you're not, the antennas are gone, so you're just not picking up as much of the stray energies. But really the most important thing is just the whole program in itself making the body more yang, okay? And this will always lessen the effect of things that are yin, like the EMFs, okay? But that's the most important thing you can do as far as health is concerned, okay? Is make your body stronger using a nutritional balancing program, okay? So you want to avoid it, you want to make your body stronger, and then I would say lastly, least importance is use of certain types of devices, okay? So devices that help protect you, okay? Now, this is where it gets a little woo-woo, okay? Because, first of all, some people are like, oh, you have EMF sensitivity. Oh my gosh. You're crazy. It's pseudoscience. And things like that. And that's true with some of these devices as well. So that these devices are somewhat hard to quantify, right? I myself wear one of these devices. This is called a scalar energy pendant, okay? And it's supposed to put out, I think it's negative ions that help resonate with your energy and protect you from EMFs. Now these do help people, apparently. Does this necklace that I'm wearing help me personally? No, it doesn't, because I don't have EMF sensitivity. And I don't notice any difference when I'm by a Wi-Fi router, or I don't notice when I hold my cell phone. I don't notice any difference when I wear this as opposed to not wearing it. I notice no difference whatsoever. I just do it because I get reports that it works, and so and it was like $15 online, so I figured I might as well, right? And so there's lots of devices you can get, okay? So some of the devices that we ourselves sell are called MEMON devices, okay? And we have been getting reports that these do work very well, and they work better than most other devices. Because there are a lot of them out there, and just like with anything, there are a lot of snake oil salesmen, basically. Another good site is EMF Doctors. I like them as well. We do, we like EMF Doctors as well, and they have a lot of products you can try out. So they range from necklace type things to bracelets that you can wear to help resonate. Usually they're made of different stones and things like that help bounce your energy and help protect you from EMFs. They also have things that you can, like for MEMON, for example, they have things that you can place directly on the cell phone, or place directly in your room to help resonate in the room better. Okay, so how MEMON works is that most things like the EMF Doctor stuff and the one I'm wearing, they're usually like stones or something like that to help resonate with your energy fields better and help protect you in that way. MEMON's a little bit different in that they're actually made with like chips, and they're actually tuned to a certain frequency that your body likes, and so any other frequencies that come in like EMFs, it automatically changes those frequencies to a different frequency that resonates with your body well. Okay, so those things work well. Also, near infrared also works well, actually. Near infrared. That's actually another one you can use is near infrared. Anytime you get in the sauna, the near infrared sauna, which I'm sure you're aware, is what we use in our nutritional balancing program to help detoxify the body. But when you actually get in there and use it, it actually helps eliminate stray EMF fields that are on your body and your clothes. And also, the energy from the near infrared light bulbs in general help to dispel EMFs. So if you actually took, and some people do this and it works, if you took near infrared light bulbs and you place them like around your room or around your body, those actually help dispel EMF fields as well, okay? Other things you can do are bed canopies, okay? So they actually make bed canopies that dispel EMFs. And some people I know, I know people personally that have to use this in order to sleep well because they have such bad EMF sensitivity. What it is basically it's like it grounds the bed, and it's like a net that has silver in it, and the silver helps block EMF fields. So you can try that out. Bed canopies, okay? So I think that's basically all the devices I can think of that really help block them, okay? So you got Memon devices, which as far as actual devices are my favorite. EMF Doctors has a good site. Near-infrared light bulbs, and then the bed canopies help you. Other than that, you're just going to have to avoid them the best you can, okay? Don't try not to talk on your cell phone too much. Try not to use your Wi-Fi router right next to you. Try not to use big TV screens. Try not to, just do your best, okay? And then a nutritional balancing program is very important because you're making the body more young, you're remineralizing it, you're detoxifying heavy metals, and really the most important, people tend to overcomplicate things. The most important part of a nutritional balancing program is that it makes you healthier and you're better able to adapt to stress. EMF fields are stress. If you make the body stronger, it can deal with the stress, EMF fields better. It's really as simple as that, okay? So that's as far as it goes, as far as, just stuff you can do on yourself to make your body healthier and more resilient to EMFs, okay? So that's basically all I want to talk about. If you want to go ahead and order a Memon device, you can actually go to our website. Okay, there's a link down below, and then there's links all over this face on YouTube, I'm sure. Okay, and we actually sell Memon devices, and we have been getting good reports for them. We hope to at some point do more conclusive studies, both sending one to Dr. Wilson, but the man that I work with, he uses them, and we do have other people that use them, and they seem to work better than the other ones. Okay, but try them out yourself and let me know what you think. And let me know what works for you if you have EMF sensitivity. Leave your comments down below if you have EMF sensitivity and things that you do to try to, to help yourself, okay? So I hope that helps you guys out. I hope that I covered as much as I could, and I'll talk to you guys later.